Hello everyone, I'm Woodchuck and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm drawing a picture in honor of this year's theme for Art Fight 2024, which is Seafoam versus Stardust. I did this last year as well for last year's Art Fight, which theme was Vampire versus Werewolf. That was before I had this channel, so you're not going to see that here, although here's a picture of it. But yeah, I thought I would do it again for this year. So pretty much it's just a drawing of me and I don't know what to call her. I was thinking maybe call her a mascot or something. Because when I started sharing my art again on the internet, I would use her to represent myself. So that's pretty much what was representing me. Then later on, I started drawing my own self Sana, and I just kept her with me because I like her. I think she's cute, and I like to keep her. Also, in this video, I guess I'm going to talk about my experience with Art Fight this year. And oh boy, that was something. Because I was hoping to beat my score from last year with how many pictures I drew last year and also like my score in general in points. But last year I drew 31 pictures. Like I'm shocked about that. I sometimes wonder how the heck did I even do that? That's pretty wild to me because I struggle just to get out like I think 9 pictures this year. And last year I threw out 31 and some of them were like even somewhat moving pictures, like a little bit of animation in them, and I did all of that last year, which is wild to me. But there is a few reasons why if probably I was able to get out more art than this year. So last year when I was doing Art Fight was my first time ever doing it. I was less experienced in digital art and I was still learning to how guess use it. And also back then I would draw thicker lines. I think I was sometimes less general detailed in my art, but I definitely was drawing with way thicker lines in my line art, which makes doing line art way faster. Pretty much remember the only thing I knew was like how to turn the color like into a lower opacity on a layer. That's all I pretty much knew how to do besides add more layers on top of things. Nowadays I use much more thinner lines than I used to. That's because I started learning more about digital art and I had a certain style I like to follow more. I remember someone was talking about the style and stuff, and they're talking about like the brush size they use. I can't remember if they're talking about the brush size or to use thinner lines, but then I started using thinner lines. Oh yeah, it was about the brush size. So I followed that brush size before, so my lines are so much smaller than before, which was kind of a little bit harder to get used to, I guess. But like since the lines are so much thinner, they do take more time to fill in the line art for myself, which is probably why it'll take longer than what my art used to be like. And then also I found about the multiply layer or the add multiply layer if you wanted to. And the add layer and I like adding those and sometimes I like adding them a little bit too much. I feel like especially the add layer trying to lay off of it sometimes. But I just think I guess digital art skill has improved and I do a lot more details than I used to do. So it takes longer than before. Also, during this year art fight, I was trying so hard to make as much art as possible, which wasn't good for me, which led to me being burnt out halfway through. And that led to me taking a 2-week break from art fight. I do remember being extremely exhausted because I guess I was pushing myself too much. I told my sister about that. Maybe I should take a break, which my sister was encouraging me to do because she would keep saying, remember to take breaks. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Because I guess I'm very determined and I set plans in my brain for what I want to do. And I'm very determined to achieve those things I want to do. And I'll just keep going. I don't really like to take breaks for certain things, which is really bad. And also, I put pressure on myself mentally to be like, oh, I must finish these things at this time or stuff when I don't have to. Because no one else is putting this pressure on me, only myself. I do that a lot, unfortunately. So yeah, I decided I needed a break. And the next day, when I opened my art app, I felt kind of like sick to the stomach or something. I felt sick, that's for sure. Just looking at the art gallery, wanting to do some art, and I had to leave. So yeah, I think I was overdoing it a lot. So I took a break the whole day, not drawing anything, which was really hard for me because I like to doodle character designs because I always have an idea, pretty much, it feels like. But I was determined to take a break that day, so I did. And then, I was just sometimes casual doing art, but no art for our fight. And I was just, trying to take a break. And when I came back to our fight, I was trying not to think too hard about stuff and just do some art and not force myself to do more than I was comfortable with. So that's good. It was way more like, I guess, relaxing because before I just like pressure myself to do as much as possible. I am happy with how most of them came out. Some I like a lot, and there is some I think I could have done better on, but all I can do is try to improve for the next art piece. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with what I did. I should be easier on myself in general. I probably have to work on that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna participate in art fight next year because I do plan to do other stuff. I might, depends. We'll see in the future, hopefully. Well, anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see more of my art, links to my other social medias will be in the description below. And I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye!